Representative Horn for supporting patients in the state of South Carolina. My name is Jill Swing. I'm from Charleston. I spent a good bit of time up here last year advocating for our CBD bill that was passed and signed into law, as was previously mentioned. I tell you what, I was going to give a speech today about, in hopes of inspiring all you guys for advocacy, but seeing you guys out here and listening to all of them, I'm the one who's now been inspired. A year and a half ago, a reporter asked Governor Nikki Haley what her opinion was regarding legalizing medical marijuana in her state. Her response was that she didn't think it was an important issue to South Carolinians. And as I look out at all of you guys today, I know that it is an important issue, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for your support, and I hope that you guys will continue to contact your legislators and let them know how important of an issue this really is. Thank you, Susan. Anyway, but today South Carolina has spoken. You guys have all spoken with one unifying voice. You are saying, give us legal, safe access to cannabis to help improve or even save our lives or the lives of someone we care about. For my own family member, my daughter, I would fight tooth and nail anything I needed to do to help her. But the law that was created last year left us with uncertainty. We're trying to get things that will help our children, and we've had to go underground, we've had to go on the black market to make this happen, and it's time that we had access to safe, legal cannabis grown here in the state of South Carolina that is regulated, controlled, tested. We know exactly what we're getting, and more opportunities too, besides just 0.9% THC. There are so many other cannabinoids and whole plant treatment that are necessary for patients in order to have success. So today I look around and I think it's very appropriate that we have gathered here on the steps of the Statehouse, because I know that this will be a multi-step process. Our first step, of course, last year was the passage of the CBD bill. We are continuing to make steps. We had a medical marijuana study committee that met throughout the fall. We heard testimony from people all over the state of South Carolina. That was another step in the direction of legalizing medical marijuana for our state. And we continue our steps forward with two bills being introduced this year, one in the House, H4037, and one in the Senate, S672, both called the South Carolina Medical Marijuana Program Act. And one of the bills, the House bill, was actually passed in subcommittee 2 weeks ago today. So again, another step. The other bill was heard this morning in Senate. Both committees will meet again to continue the discussion, and so we can make this bill the best possible program for our state. So I'm very, very happy to be here on these steps, taking step by step till we get all the way up into the Statehouse with a signature by the governor. Thank you. Okay, so since we're at the Statehouse, I would like to point out the flags that are being flown above the Statehouse dome. 1 year ago today, that flag was flown for a very special person to me. My father passed away suddenly, right before our bill received its final passage, and it was actually supposed to pass in the Senate the day of my father's funeral. And Senator Davis kindly added a very small amendment to the bill so that it had to go back over to the House to concur. And the flag was flown over the Statehouse in honor of his memory on the day that the bill was actually passed. So to talk about why the flag is flying over the Statehouse for some very special South Carolinians today, I have Melissa Doherty.
Hello, my name is Melissa Doherty, and it is my pleasure today to dedicate the flag that's flying. Again, my name is Melissa Doherty. I'm from Charleston. I'm here to support my daughter, Melina Doherty, who's been suffering from uncontrolled seizures for the last 3.5 years. And it's my pleasure to dedicate the flag that's flying over the home today. We fly and dedicate the South Carolina state flag in honor of the South Carolinians who have suffered and lost their lives to chronic and debilitating illnesses, and who could have benefited from the use of medical cannabis to either cure their illnesses or to have eased their suffering at the end of their lives. I ask you to please join me in the signing of the Stop the Suffering posters behind you, listing the names of your loved ones in black that have passed, and the names of your loved ones that could benefit today from medical cannabis. Thank you.
Oh, let me pull this back up.